Where did you take in the Super Bowl this year? Were you in Minnesota or were you not?
No, I had the opportunity to go to Minnesota, but we were in production on the series, and I was still healing from a broken leg last summer.
Right.
So it seemed a little arduous, especially with the cold. And I like watching in the comfort of my home. I feel like you can analyze the game better. Live, it seems to go by so quickly. And I like to know the intricacies and nuances of who's hurt, whether they're coming back into the game, all of those things that you kind of miss when you're there watching it live.
And so what did it mean to you? I mean, who did you call? What did it mean to you?
I was sitting with my 14-year-old son, watching the game throughout with only a couple. I didn't want too many people because I didn't want distractions. I wanted only people, football-minded, focused people.
You're talking Brockman's language over there.
Yeah, I'm not going to one of those parties where you're explaining the game to casual fans or people don't understand the importance, And so I watched it in my theater. And even with the broken leg, at the end of the game, I'm jumping. I have video of that, and I left the ground. I was like 2 feet off the ground at the end of that game, and it's unforgettable. And also to have your son right there with you. And then we got on the phone with my dad back east and FaceTiming with him. My dad's got tears, and he's not the type of guy to cry, but he's been waiting for this moment for 70 years, It's really special when it does happen. And the most emotionally affected I got was watching the parade. And Jason Kelsey's speech was unbelievable.
With his Mummers gear,
but even before they got to that, seeing the people of Philadelphia, knowing what it meant to the mentality of the city, to the future of the city in some ways, that really struck me. Just knowing how desperately the people wanted it.
You look like you're getting a little choked up.
I could if I talked about it too long. By the way,
he's got a little bit of a touch of the Vermeil right here. He's getting a touch of the Vermeil.
I'll take that. That's a compliment.
A touch of the Vermeil talking about your Eagles winning the whole damn thing.
Hey, next week, I'm getting to go to the facilities and take a photo holding the Lombardi. My son and I are going to go. I cannot wait, man. I cannot. That is going to be all over Instagram.
Yeah, I was about to say. Tweet us a photograph.
I will absolutely do that.
So you're going to go there and just hang. I guess it's kind of all quiet right now before everybody comes back together.
Yeah, they get back into the offices on the 9th. The trophy actually gets engraved on the 12th, and so we're going to try to see it on the 10th or 11th before they send it out.
Pre-engraving.
Yeah, pre-engraving.
A pre-engraving Lombardi hold.
They offered me the option to get one of the rings. It was a Philly special ring, but it's meant to look like the real Eagles Super Bowl ring.
Well, the real McCoy is probably it's a little bit more than whatever beer pong was had on the table last night.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But hey, you said to me back in the dressing room how much you love Doug.
I love Peterson.
And
I love
what
him.
A call, man. The Philly special.
Well, the part about the thing, because and while we're also on the subject of all things Philadelphia, right across the river there.
I've just co-opted the Rich Eisen show.
No. In Mount Laurel, New Jersey, where NFL Films resides, which is technically, it's practically a Philly institution as well, based on the Sables and all that. And John Facendo was a broadcaster there for so many years.
Harry Callis.
The fact that they had the moment that was revealed, that it was Foles who suggested it, and that the backstory being that they had it keyed up against Minnesota. They had it keyed up and ready for Minnesota, and obviously they didn't need to use it because of the score.
Right.
The fact that at that moment that Peterson calls timeout, and I thought at the time they had called timeout because they were going to do what virtually every other team does against New England, which is settle for the three, got to take the points. And you play into New England's hands when you do that all the time. The fact that he calls timeout and Foles is the one who goes up to him and suggests the play, and Peterson pauses for a second, and he goes, all right.
Yeah.
That's why he's such a terrific coach.
The casual nature of that interaction blows my mind. And he's big balls Doug, man. That's what we call him back home. That's.
He's got it, and you need that. Not only to beat New England on a stage like that, but also to succeed in Philadelphia. He's called in the show a couple of times. I've gotten to have conversations with him, away from a camera or phone.
Yeah, and the team loves him.
He's a person.
The team loves him, and I think that's one of the most crucial aspects of coaching in sports is, the guys believe in your program.
Right.
The guys like who you are and the way you treat them, and then you get good results.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.